Hello everybody, and welcome back to another TF review. Today, if you saw the thumbnail, then you know who we are doing. We are doing the Age of Primes Superion! That's right, I finally finished the Aerialbots. So now it is time that I review them. Anyways, let's cut to the show, and let's do it. So, first up here, we have Silverbolt. He's pretty good. Sorry. Now, I should probably mention something. If you've seen some of my stuff, you might know this, but I'm actually an owner of 2 of these guys, and I'll explain it after I do my articulation stuff. So first we have the articulation. Arms rotate all the way around. Bicep, yep. Rotation, fully 60. The hand doesn't swivel, but it does go inward or downward. And these are the guns. I'm just having them hold them. Yep. And this backpack part, it doesn't really move. The wings can fold out though, so that's pretty cool. He does have a little bit of waist rotation, but it's not much, and the backpack kind of blocks it. He does have skirts that you can pull out. Then you have this part that goes out, you know, but because of all the kibble in the back, you can't really do too much. Knee bend. You can actually rotate this, which is pretty good, 360. He does have a toe bend, and the toe part on the back does go underneath the foot like this. It's also sometimes hard to get out. You'll get the idea, like toe bend and like this stuff. Sorry if you hear any audio in the background. Let's just say that some annoying people are talking. Anyways, head can go up and down, move, all right around. You know, pretty good. And I should, before I move on to showing anything else, I should probably mention why I own 2 of him. It's because some of you that own this figure might know it, but this chest part right here is really thin, and it's also really stiff to move, and I'm really worried it's gonna break one day. So I just bought 2 of them just so I don't have to transform him, and you know, just so I don't have to risk that breaking. But I don't mind because I still get to transform the others, and hopefully, when I get Onslaught, the new Onslaught, it won't be like this. And, of course, the Constructicons weren't like this. But, hey, there's no harm in it. I was going to originally try to just buy the Silverbolt. Well, just the Silverbolt without the stuff, but I had to just... But I just bought a whole new one. So, yeah. I probably should, here he is next to, the other commanders for the other combiners. Like the Constructicons right here. And then, Motormaster, his rival, the pretty pathetic rival, Team Nemesis. And then also Onslaught, well, from Combiner Wars. He's a little bit taller than him, but like I said, Age of Primes is going to be a lot better of an Onslaught than this one. New Bruticus is going to be cool, although this is a KO, so just know that all my Combaticons are KOs, but he's pretty tall, and I think that is cool, and I think Age of Primes will be a little bit taller, so yeah, that's going to be good to have. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next ones. Anyways, here we have Airraid. He was actually my first Aerialbot, the first one I got, which is why he appeared in my 07 special, but yeah. Head rotation all the way around. Looks up and down on a ball joint. This back kibble part, this part moves and these wings fold out. But like I said, it's better that the wings fold in. These are his guns, pretty simple. Arm can rotate all the way around, but his backpack does get in the way. Rotation right there. There goes the gun. We'll get that later. No hand rotation, but it does go in. So close enough. He does have waist swivel, so that's one thing that Constructicons don't have that all these guys have over them. Leg can go out like that. Knee bend all the way. The toe can go forward a little bit, not really back, but it can go to the side. And then yeah, that's pretty much a big chunk of his parts. Yeah. As for comparisons to the other legs, well, he's the I guess for him, he's his left leg. So, here he is with Combiner Wars Brawl, if any of you know that. Yeah, pretty, simple. And then here he is with, Wild Break, and, Mixed Master. Mixed Master is definitely the tallest out of all of them. But that is because he's Voyager, while all these guys are Deluxes. Yeah, and just like in my Devastator review, these Stunticons are not mine, but the Constructicons and Combaticons are mine. But yeah, pretty good. So next we have Skydive. He's the second most recent member I got. He's the exact same as Airraid. There is no differences. So if you just saw Airraid a few seconds ago, then you know exactly every point of articulation. One thing he does have over Airraid is I do like the guns a lot more on Skydive, and I like the color scheme. He's the most unique number because of he's fully black in robot mode pretty much, besides a few parts. But then in vehicle mode, he's completely gray with a little bit of black, even a smudge of blue with his lightning bolts. And yeah, he's really good, and he's his right leg. So here's with the other right legs, like this bootleg breakdown, but yeah, if you saw the Devastator review, you know about that. Scrapper right here, and then finally, the man, the myth, the legend from the first official Megs episode. Anyways, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, on to the next one. Alright, and then we have the most divisive Aerialbot, because he's a great figure, but the character, well, let's just say Slingshot's not exactly the best Aerialbot around. But yeah, he's the second one I got, thanks to somebody I know who generously offered his after hanging him. Don't ask. But yeah, oh yeah, Silverbolt was the third one I got, and then Skydive second, and then the next one we'll go to was the final one. As for articulation, head, rotation, all the way around, just like the others. This part can fold down, but like I said, that's for transformation. Arms go all the way around. This can spin around. He can do bicep rotation. Like that. You can make him do it pretty much a perfect T pose. As close as you get. His arm, I do like his guns. His guns were pretty cool. They're good. I like them. Waist rotation. He does split in half for the combined mode, so it's pretty cool. And then the legs, they kick back all the way out. Oops. Knee bend, toe bend. You can make his toes bend, or either way, so you can make him do some dynamic poses, like the pose I do for him. And he's in his speedster pose. Don't ask why I keep doing him in that pose. Now on to, but yeah, Slingshot he's pretty okay. Like I said, he's a divisive character. Here he is next to the other left arms of Superion, like drag strip here, this inferior vortex. I can't wait till I get Age of Primes. And then Bone Crusher. Yeah, pretty good. Like, on to the final member before we do vehicle modes. So here we have the final member, and the final member I got, the right arm Superion, Fireflight. Now, like I said, just like Slingshot, he's the exact same as Slingshot, remolded. I like the Constructicons, which, other than Scrapper and Hook, which are mostly the same, the Aerialbots, they're mostly the same, unlike the Constructicons, who are mostly unique. Yeah, the only difference that they made is nose cone a lot longer and skinnier. And, well, he looks a lot like Airraid. A lot of people get him confused. But the big difference, jet mode, completely red, pretty much. And head, it's Slingshot head, just without the bald cap look to it. The one thing I do not like is that he came with the exact same guns as Slingshot. They do look good on him, but I just wish that, just like Fireflight with Airraid, they gave him different guns. Just to distinguish him a lot more. If I had a gun that would work, I would give him new guns. But yeah, here he is with the other right arms. Like, Scavenger, the goat, because I already talked about him. And then this Blast-Off wannabe. But yeah, now on to vehicle modes. Oh yeah, and here's the battle station or battling like wall mode for the extra parts. I do like it, and I like having it. So I like to consider it like a part of a Metroplex or something like that. So if like you have like a Titan class figure, something like that turns into a city, I would recommend this, using it as like a part of the city, at the very least a part of Metroplex. But still, it looks really cool. I do like it, and it is an interesting and unique way to use the skeleton parts for the combined mode. And personally, I think it works. And Honestly, I like it more than some of them. It's not quite as good as Motor Masters because the trailer will be cool, but still, I like it. I think it's an interesting part to give Silverbolt. Alright, so here we have the vehicle mode for Silverbolt, which you got a little bit of. I really like the vehicle mode. It's really good. He does have landing gear. All the Aerialbots have a landing gear mode. And it's really good. I know these fins aren't supposed to be out for this version of the mode, but I like them. They look much better with the fins all the way out. Now, there is the super mode for it, which, if you want to see what that looks like, there it is. The super mode. It's nothing too big. It's just a big flat piece of, basically just makes them bigger. Now, this isn't really connected to anything but, like, cartoon-wise or anything like that, but I like it. It's really cool to have, like, an aircraft, big aircraft, almost carrier-like mode for him. Especially since he is, like, a pretty big plane already, so this, letting him be able to have some of the Aerialbots lay on him is pretty cool. And yeah, if I have to get Silverbolt review, if it wasn't for the chest piece being really fragile, I would give him a 10 out of 10. But since since that's one problem I have with the figure, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. He's pretty good. Pretty good other than that. Oh yeah, and here he is next to the others. Like Onslaught over here. That upgraded figure. 86 long haul, and then this guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then also Hook. Yeah. Wondering where the trailer is for him? Don't ask. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Next one. And now we have Airraid. Airraid, like, he's pretty simple. He's just a mostly black jet with white underneath. Again, a little bit of landing pad, but not really much. There's not really anything on the back for landing pad. But yeah, he does sit nice and flat, pretty much. I never really mind Seekers having kibble underneath them. It's just gonna be something. It's never gonna go away. I think people need to really just stop complaining about it. If we're gonna get figures without under kibble under this, then expect a lot of steps to the transformation, and it's just not going to be that fun. So I think we just need to really stop complaining about it. But yeah, pretty good. Here he is next to the other legs, like Brawl, Wild Rake, and then, yeah, Mixmaster. Yep, pretty good. I'm going to give Airraid an overall a 7 out of 10. He's pretty good. He's not the best, though. I like some others more than him. Next, we have Skydive. Now, Skydive is definitely one of the more unique ones. Like I said, he's mostly gray with some black. He has his landing pad underneath. Although this one's really loose, so it doesn't really stay in place that well. I do like the one blue fin he has with the lightning bolt. It looks really good, and I like it. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is like something that's more toy accurate, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not fully sure. Again, he has the bolts on his side. But yeah, he's really good. I do like him. He's just the same as Airraid. Here he's with the other legs, like this knockoff breakdown, swindle, and then Scrapper. Yeah, pretty good. If I had to give him, he's a little bit better than Airraid, just because I like the guns more. So I'm going to give him a 8.6 out of 10. Pretty good. Now we have Slingshot. He's really good. I do like his vehicle mode. It does look a lot like a toy airplane would. But yeah, he's really good. I like the orange cockpit. He does have landing gear, a little wheel that comes out from under his head. And then there's some molded landing gear on the back over here, as you can see. But yeah, I do like him. He's actually really good in vehicle mode. I like him a lot more than the Airraid mold, honestly. And here he is with the other arms, like Vortex here, Bone Crusher, and then Dragstrip. So yeah, if we're not counting character, which I would give a 3 out of 10 on, but if we're going on this figure overall, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is really good, and I would recommend at least the Slingshot mold for these guys. Last but not least, we have Fireflight. Now, this all depends on how much I like him overall compared to Slingshot. Either I like him more, or I like him as much. Honestly, if I had to say, out of them, I kind of prefer Slingshot. I do like the red. Don't get me wrong, I like the red. It looks really cool. And I do like him more as a character, even though he's kind of just a nothing character. He doesn't really have anything unique about him. At least Slingshot's dislikable, which is kind of something. But, like, still, I just think Slingshot rocks this mode a lot more, and he just looks cooler. Although Robot mode, they're pretty even in Robot mode. It's just Jet mode. I think I like Slingshot more. So yeah, but here's the other arms, like Scavenger, the Goat, the very Goat, Blast Off, Knockoff, and then the Ed End. But yeah, if I had to give Slingshot overall, I'd give him probably a, I'd probably give him a 9.2 out of 10. He's pretty good. So, it's the time we've been waiting for, Superion time, best combiner of all these guys. Okay, well maybe he's better. And he's behind him. And this guy's in dead last, but he's in dead last of every combiner that's out there. I'd argue the Seacons are better than Menasor, and those guys aren't even in any shows. Anyways, on to Superion. I really like him. Night Devastator, the parts are really not mismatched because of the colors. Now, it's not quite as bad as Menasor, but still, they're pretty mismatched. But yeah, overall, I like him. Let's get to articulation of the combined mode. Head swivel all the way around. Nice horns. You can look up and down, especially looking down. Arm go out. You can make a T-pose. Also, I will say that my slingshot arm was getting loose, but since I have the extra copy, I just swapped out the arms. So mine's a lot more tighter for the slingshot now. Anyways, rotate around all the way. Bicep goes all the way up. I didn't really mess with the hands. I forgot to mention the Devastator review with his hands open. The hand on Superion can rotate all the way around, and it can go in, so you can make him, I don't know, look like he's holding a mug or something. Yeah, he does have waist swivel, but because of the backpack behind him, it does get in the way, kind of, but you can make him go all the way around, so, yeah. If you want to move his legs, you gotta move the skirt that far back. And that far forward. Knee bend, although you can move these parts to make him get a better knee bend. And fun fact, there's actually 2 knee bends you can get if you, this is a little tab, and if you pull it in, it locks it in place. But if you untab it in, you can actually get a second. Okay, I can't. Yeah. Am I? Okay, I can't. I think. Okay. I can't show it right now, but you can get it. So I'll cut to another shot where I can show it. But yeah, the foot can bend like that. The foot bend forward and like Menasor, so 10 times better for articulation in the foot. Yeah, it's pretty much a Superion. If I had to give Superion a rating, I'd give him a 10 out of 10. I like Devastator, I really do, but honestly, I kind of like Superion just a little bit more. He's just fun to mess with. The Constructicons on their own are, in my opinion, a lot more fun than the Aerialbots on their own. But in this combined mode, I think I prefer the skeleton. I'm gonna be honest, I prefer the skeleton mode for combined modes. It works a lot better. The limbs are a lot more solid, and you can get a lot more posability and stuff like that from them. When the individual limbs, you have to make sure that they're good on their own. Robot mode, vehicle mode, and then combined mode. So, yeah. So here's Superion with the boys. Gotta wait for that Defensor figure, because right now there's a lot of combiners with Bruticus coming soon. But hey, we'll get Defensor soon. Just realized these guys. Yeah. A 10 out of 10. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next review, which I might do Alchemist Prime as my next review. So, first non-combiner review. Till next time. Oh, my nails. Oh, I wonder, it looks like there's some dirt on it from Deceptive. Hey, what'd you do that for? Well, you see, I'm the superior combiner. I mean, come on. I was created first, then you came along. It took 2 years for me to get my rival, and I was winning it. I was chucking it with the Autobots. Look at you. You're pathetic, Superion. You should really get checked out for how weak you are. Don't you remember when I beat you and you had to get tag teamed with what was his name? Omega Supreme just to beat me?
Well, guess what? At least I got a comic appearance recently in Skybound. All you get is a mention of Motormaster being carried by blades. How pathetic is that, Metasaur?
Why you? You know what? There's only one way to settle this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, let's do it.
Alright.
Arm wrestle! Prepare for defeat!
Prepare for devastation. Oh, wait, wrong line.
Superion is superior!
No! Rematch! Best out of 3!
Well, I already won! Superion is superior to you!
No! Best out of 3! Best out of... my knee, my feet! I hate how they keep falling.
I told you I was superior than you.
Metasaur will return, and when I do, I'll beat you. Especially when I have my proper breakdown. Can you believe this slag, Bruticus? Bruticus thinks this is stupid. Bruticus believes me better, even though me an outdated figure. Bruticus can't wait for Age of Primes update.